Hey everyone, this is AJ Grossman. It's been a really long day. I have a shadow on here. I'm actually in my kitchen, so I'm going to shift over. Okay. So the question was about what's a hashtag and hashtag strategy and do I need a hashtag and all that. So I actually made a list, so I got to read it. I need my glasses. So first of all, on your website, you use a meta tag, and if you're on a WordPress blog or YouTube, you tend to also write tags. A hashtag is that thing with the pound symbol for us old school people that remember it on the phone. So that's your hashtag. And think of your hashtag as like a business card. You walk around town, you hand people your business card, so it's your contact information for people to find you. Okay? So it's going to be like a two-part video. So the hashtag is always a hashtag and a word or a phrase. No space. Hashtag, word, or phrase. Do not put in a symbol or an underscore or a hyphen. It does not curate in the search engine, so it's kind of like a waste. So don't do it. So you need to make sure, I didn't write this part down, now I remember. You need to make sure that your hashtag is relative to your post. So don't hijack somebody else's hashtag just to people to find you, meaning don't post something and if, Kim Kardashian had another baby, don't hashtag Kim Kardashian on your artwork. Why you would do that, I have no idea. But, make them unique. Don't hashtag a gallery that you're not affiliated with. That's just really a no-no. Just don't do it. If you're affiliated with a gallery and they have that piece of art, by all means, hashtag the gallery, okay? So a hashtag, usually on Instagram, they limit you, I believe, to 30. On Twitter, you only have 140 characters. Facebook, you can have as many as you want, I believe. But for optimal, you want to have between 6 and 12 hashtags. I have a little pet peeve about hashtags. Since we're visual, I like to look at pretty posts. So when I see somebody that posts their photo and then they post one little line of verbiage about the item and then they post this much hashtag, well, if I'm in my phone, all I see is hashtag. I just don't even see it. It's crazy. You do not have to space between your hashtags. I tend to do it because I like people to see the individual hashtag. I want them sometimes to read it. I know I read the hashtags a lot of times because I want to see what other people are doing, but it's really an eyesore. So a lot of times, and I will make an example to show that you can put a couple of hashtags in the very first line post, and then in a secondary post put the rest of the hashtags. So that way your post, when it looks, you have your nice picture and you have that much verbiage, it's easier for people to read what you wrote. For your artists, when you're posting artwork, please, please, please remember to post the size of your art and some detail of the artwork, because this is the second half of why this is important. When I sat down and decided, what am I going to use my social media for? So as a business person, my day business, I realized, well, this shadow is really bothering me on this light. I apologize. That's a little better. Okay. I realized that I want to attract clients to come to my business, right? So that makes sense. But I realized that I was not really attracting them with the proper hashtags, but I digress a little. So in my art world, my art making world, I really thought about, who do I want to see my art? As much as I love you, fellow artists, you're not my end result. You're my buddies and everything. But the number one person, or the top people that I want to see my artwork is a curator, a gallery owner, and a purchaser. And a purchaser to me would be either an individual who's looking to buy or maybe an interior decorator. Okay, so I really thought about that. So when I was at the International Encaustic Conference, I realized that in all the talks, the curators and the gallery owners kept talking about how when they look at something on the internet. And I thought, well, wow, they're searching on the internet. So I spent a really great 5 minutes with Mary Birmingham, who was the keynote speaker. And I asked her, how does she find the artists for her show? And she goes, she names a show. And first she goes to make sure the name's not taken. And then, I'm sorry, my dogs are acting up. And then she searches descriptive words that she makes a list of words. So, for example, she was doing a show on New Jersey artists, hip artists, like younger generation. I think that's what it was. So she searched New Jersey artist, outsider artist, graffiti artists, like really specific to her show. So it really got me thinking. So when I came back home, I went to this local little gallery that's in a touristy area where I live, and he always has artwork of palm trees and boats and very nautical, very Florida, because his customer are tourists who come here off the cruise ships or stay here at the local hotels, and they usually want to buy a piece of art that remembers of their visit. So his assistant, this young girl, I asked her, how does she find the artists? And she says almost exactly what Mary had said. She goes, I search on the internet for nautical, palm trees, hibiscus flowers, sunshine, oranges, anything that is a descriptive word of Florida. Now, some of the artists can come from non-Florida, or they come from the northern part of the state, or they come from Southern California because they have palm trees there too. And that's how they find a lot of their product and artists for their gallery. This was really getting definitive. So then I called a friend who's an interior decorator. And I said to her, do you purchase the art for when you're decorating a house? And she says, yes and no, but I usually make suggestions. And she says that if she's doing a nursery, she will Google children's art, whimsical, or clouds, or unicorns, or something to that effect. If she's doing, like a study or a guest room, and it's a theme, she'll make descriptive words, and on her storyboard, she may find a piece of artwork and suggest it to the homeowner, and she finds her art that way. So now I'm thinking, okay. So in general, most of us, and I went to several of you guys' Instagram accounts and social media accounts, you're typing in very general words. You're typing in hashtag artist, hashtag painter, hashtag oil painter, hashtag encaustic, hashtag watercolor, just like I do. Hashtag all general, very general. And that's good, but it's all just too general. So I just had a piece of artwork that was curated in a show, and it's coming up here in August, called Splash, because my hashtags on a particular group of artwork were water, ocean, environmental, ecology, rain, and the person who named the show Splash found my work because they were water related, and one of my big pieces got in. So it was actually, my website is down right now being redone, but it actually worked. This all happened within the past week, and I go, this is really interesting. So I know in my day business, which is a beauty business, when I started out, I would type in beauty, salon, spa, fashion, all like the generals. But then I realized if I was the customer, what am I looking for? I'm looking for instant eye lift, no wrinkles, anti-aging, looking young. And when I switched my hashtags to that specific niche, my hits on my website went up and my business increased. So it was a really good, it transitioned. And that's really the most important thing. So really sit down and think about it. If you're a woman artist, hashtag of women artists is great. Maybe there's somebody making a show of just women artists. Sit down and look at your artwork. If it's predominantly blue, maybe you write shades of blue, or just the word blue, or red, or black and white. I would suggest, and I'm going to do this when I get a free moment, is to sit down with, a sticky notepad and look at each piece of my artwork and write 3 basic descriptive words. So I always write Fort Lauderdale artist or South Florida artist. I'm going to be writing women artist in caustic because that's my medium. And then I'm going to write about 5 or 6 very descriptive words of each piece. And that's going to be my hashtag strategy for when I post those pieces of work. So I think it was a really great learning experience. It was a great aha moment of really changing the way I thought of how, I'm not the end user. So good luck with this strategy. So whether you write a blog post about your art, put it in there on the tags where it says you can put tags. If you're Instagramming, if you're Facebooking, put in that hashtag symbol, put it there. Please remember, artists, if you're posting a painting, remember to put the dimensions of your painting, because gallery owners and curators, we don't know what the size art is, and somebody may be looking for something. It's the same thing like if you do small works or miniature paintings, large-scale paintings, big paintings. So really be very, very, very descriptive, very specific with it. And, let's hope that you can have success like I had with my painting of the water. And good luck, and I know that this post is helpful.